Tell me when you're ready.
And Mom, what have you been doing this morning?
I've been peeling 11 pounds of onion, as you can see, and chopping them
Why are we doing that?
because we're making couscous. And to make couscous, you should have twice the weight of onion that you have in meat. However, if you have too much meat, then the same amount, maybe a little bit over, would be fine. We have a 7-pound roast, so 11 pounds of onion will be perfect.
Okay. This is all stuff that's going in.
Well, there's more than that. We need squash. So because of the season, we can use pumpkin, but we use butternut. We're gonna have 2 of those. Garbanzo beans. We're having 5 of those. And I peeled the garbanzos before putting them in, so they're delicious. You need zucchini, a lot of them. You need to have artichoke hearts, which we have here in cans because artichokes are really kind of out of reach as far as prices go. And chicken stock, garlic. You also need to have some small cans of tomato paste. And then we have all the spices. So we need salt, pepper, of course, and then we need to have cumin and saffron. Saffron makes the couscous, and cumin is number 2. Can't do couscous without either one of those.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. All right. What are we doing now?
We're gonna cut the string off that's holding the roast, because this is a leg of lamb, a boned leg of lamb, and so we're cutting the fillet that's holding it together, and because we want to make it into smaller pieces and slices. We also want to trim all the fat off,
Okay.
so we got to do that first.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the leg of lamb. We started with a whole rolled leg of lamb. Of course, took off the neck and took off every bit of tendon, silver skin and as much fat as we could. This is what we took out, and this is what left of a 7-pound leg of lamb roast. So the next step will be, as soon as the onions are done roasting, then we're gonna brown this on both sides, and it will keep on going.
Here we are browning the onions. As soon as this is done, the meat goes in. Okay, now we're going to brown the meat. I hope. Mom and Kenna went to the store to get lunch, so they left me in charge. Hopefully this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, now we've finished browning the meat. We added back in the onions. And we're adding chicken stock. Never mind the screaming going on in the background. That's nothing. Don't pay attention to that. Okay, now what are you working on, Mom?
I'm peeling turnips, and we're going to peel the turnips and then cut them up, and they will go in next just before squash.
Okay, and I'll start working on peeling the squash.
Yes, sir.
So you're just chopping up garlic to put in the...
Just cutting it in half. Don't have to do any more than that. It's just so if you put the whole clove without cutting it, you don't get as much flavor out of it. If you cut it in half, then more flavor comes out. You don't have to chop it or make
You're
it
gonna have to
tiny,
go back and have her do that again.
because it will melt in the broth anyway. You won't find any garlic in your couscous, so it'll all be melted.
Okay.
After we taste and we add some, we can say we originally put so much, and now we're adding.
So how much did you put in originally?
Originally, I put about 2 tablespoons of, maybe 1.5 tablespoons of paprika, and 2 good tablespoons of cumin.
A lot of cumin.
Yeah,
Lots
and
of
I
cumin.
will add more later. There's never enough cumin.
All right, what are we working on now?
Now we're going to start peeling garbanzos.
Peeling garbanzos.
So what we do is we grab a garbanzo, squish it between the thumb and index, and garbanzo comes out, the skin stays in your finger, and put garbanzos in one bowl and the skin in the other.
Okay. So you're still peeling
We're
garbanzos.
peeling garbanzos. We have 5 cans of garbanzos, which we emptied in the colander and then rinsed out very well. And now we're peeling them. They will go in next. And then the zucchini and the yellow zucchini squash will go next.
How big do you want these pieces?
This one you can cut in half, that one too. Yeah, that'll work the way you're doing it.
Just like that?
Yeah,
That big or half that size?
no, that
Okay.
big because they really melt too.
Okay. And
Just
no
don't have-
seeds removed?
If the
They
seeds
don't
are,
have many seeds in
no,
these.
those don't have many seeds. I thought maybe they'd have great big seeds because they're big zucchini, but they don't, so it's fine. We don't need
Seeds.
to remove them. We're cutting the zucchini in big chunks because they have a tendency to kind of melt away. And we're going to start with 3 very large zucchinis. It's a good way to use the ones that are big and you don't want to saute or whatever. Because they have to cook for a while, and it's good if they're big. And then we'll put one of the yellow zucchinis that Rodney has. I guess they're zucchinis, I'm not sure.
I think they're
Yellow Italian squash.
Yellow Italian squash.
Okay.
And we'll do the same thing with that we do with the zucchinis. And then after that, we're going to put our artichoke hearts. And we'll put our garbanzos in as soon as they're peeled.
and then. And then.
And then,
Then.
and then, hopefully everything will be cooked when it's time to eat.
And if it's not, we'll eat later.
Cooked and tender. Yeah, I may have to.
It's okay.
Because we did start pretty late. Usually start like about 7 o'clock in the morning, you know.
I think you
Start
started at
7 in the
7:30.
morning.
And this was, yeah, but usually don't make that big of a couscous. This one
Right.
was so gigantic.
Yeah, we did. We made a big one.
And it took a long time, that meat took a long time to really clean.
Yeah, it did.
It doesn't usually take that long. There was a lot of silver skin and a lot of fat in it.
No fat for you.
And you say that the shoulder is better, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if you get the shoulder chops, you know, they're good, and there's not much waste, and there isn't much to trim off before you cook it. And it's actually cheaper than the leg of lamb normally. But right now we can find the leg of lamb, so that's what we're using.
Okay. And same button to stop. Okay, Mom.
So we put a small can of tomato paste in a bowl, stir it a little bit so it's not so hard, and then take some of the sauce that has been cooking with the meat, the onion and everything, and stir it in there until it becomes liquid enough that you can put it in your pot and not have it paste in front of you, just so it blends with the rest of the vegetables.
Over here, we've added garbanzos in. Get some juice.
We end up having a pretty full bowl before it's soft enough, you know, to put in.
Wow, that's hot. Okay. Oh, dog.
And then this stuff.
Yeah, talk about the saffron.
The saffron will come in soon as we've done. We're going to put, well, first we'll do the artichoke hearts. So we have one large jar of artichoke hearts, which we emptied, poured the liquid out, and then rinsed. Now we're waiting till they dry a little bit. They're not too wet to put in. Put the artichoke hearts, and then we will put the saffron in right about the same time or right soon after. And basically we'll have everything in that we need to have in.
Do you
So
have
we'll
to?
let it cook about an hour, and at the end of the hour we'll taste, see what we need to add to it.
What
If
was
it
your
needs
question?
more salt, more pepper, more
Do you
stuff.
have to crunch this stuff up when you put it in?
No, you
Just
put
pour it
that
right
just
out?
like that.
We ordered 2 bottles. This one, if you can see inside, there's just a little bit in there, but
It's through the. It's in a little baggie in there.
Yeah, the saffron's in a little,
It's only
that's-
0.04 ounces.
yeah.
and this little one is 0.025. So, but you need quite a
You
bit.
just don't want to have a block of tomato paste.
Is it ready to go in?
Just want to, yes,
Okay.
put it in and
Oh.
stir it real well.
I'm gonna go get a. Here.
Oh, I haven't.
Maybe I'll go get a boat oar so that you can stir that because it's so
Or did
huge.
you just turn that on?
And
I have the big spoon that goes with it downstairs.
What I do sometimes
We're gonna
too
need it.
is, when it's pretty much done, I'll get a bowl of the juice, which is
Okay.
called, by the way, the juice is called Margat. That's what it's called.
Margat?
It's called Margat. M-A-R-G-A, Margat. And then add some more spice in it so it's spicier. Some people like it spicy and some people don't. So I make it mild for everybody's taste, and people who like spicy can add some of that sauce on theirs.
When you add spices to make it spicy, did you just add more of the cumin and the? What do you add to make it spicy?
Well, the cumin and all that don't add the spicy, like burn
Like
your
red
tongue
pepper?
type thing.
So what do you add to make it spicy?
My grandma always used to make a big bowl of that spicy because we liked that. I remember I liked it, my dad liked it.
Is it got red pepper in it?
No, it's just that sauce, and you just add some hot sauce,
Oh.
or whatever, hot pepper, something to it to make it real spicy. There are lots of, like harissa, which is one of the Moroccan spices. It's pretty spicy, and you can add some of that. There are a lot of spices that you can add to make it hot. Spicy hot, not just...
Freaking workout, man.
How does it smell? I still can smell it though. Maybe I got so used to the smell of it was cooking.
smells pretty good.
It'll take a couple of hours before you really
Yeah.
smell it.
Hold on. Will you open that plastic off there for me? Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Is it strong? It must mean it's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got that one from Penzi.
Not nearly as strong.
If it's fresh,
Oh, yeah.
it smells strong.
Yeah, that
If
one's-
it's not fresh, it loses,
Yeah. That one's not as strong. But we got half
loses
and
its
half.
fragrance.
Okay, so the whole thing.
Yes,
Okay.
the whole little tiny thing.
Right. The whole 2 bags that are itty bitty tiny.
Then And stir it real well too, because we want to make sure everybody gets some.
Okay, so there's that one.
Now, what did we forget? That we'll remember after it's done. I said, oh darn, I forgot this.
Okay, so there's that, and then we'll stir that really good. Crazy amounts of meat and onions. Hot squash. Garbanzo beans are all in there.
Hi, Coco.
Added the saffron.
Russ, oh, you're such a pig. Here, Coco.
There's a little bit of a pita right there if you want to give that to her if she couldn't get any. Okay, now let's go with the artichoke hearts.
Yeah.
Just the way they came out of the jar. Okay.
Then we'll let it simmer for a couple of, at
Yep.
least an hour or more. Then I'll taste, see if we need
Okay.
to add any spice.
That is crazy.
Probably will need to add salt because we have so many vegetables and everything in it.
Do you want me to put a little bit in?
Well, not without tasting.
Okay. I have to go down and get
Go get the boat order, stir it.
that. Yeah. Just so that we get clear down to the bottom. Okay. And we've got the rest of the garbanzo beans.
Garbanzos are still
And
being
that's it. Okay.
Well, we're finally done peeling the garbanzos. This is a bowl of garbanzo skins. Mom over here.
Checking the tenderness on the meat.
How's it looking, Mom?
It's looking good. Just checking, see. Well, it's got 3 more hours to go, so I'll be good by then. Everything will be ready to go by then. Look at the juice. Yummy. Okay, we'll let it cook for a while before tasting it, because we gotta let the flavors blend before we taste it. Otherwise you over.
The aftermath. For the taste test, make sure that it's right.
It's been cooking for, what, an hour and a half?
Yeah, everything put together has been about an hour since everything has been in.
There's a lot of food in that pot.
Yes, there is. Oh no, it's not. Meat doesn't seem to be getting tender. I'm not gonna burn my mouth to go faster.
You don't
That's
need to go
okay. You
fast.
go as slow as you want.
Definitely need salt.
Okay.
Tastes good. My couscous should. It needs a lot. Do you have it bigger
salt?
so I can go
Yeah.
like by the hand?
I do.
And we're gonna put a little more pepper. And it needs quite a bit of salt because the squash made it really sweet. And we'll leave it out maybe because we may have to add some more again. And I'm gonna add a little more cumin. I'll always take the top off because
Okay.
it doesn't come off otherwise. As I said,
So that was
no
a lot.
measuring for me. Let's see how that works out. I'll let it cook for a little while, then I'll taste again. Make sure we get everything right, because once everything's right, then we don't have to mess around with it again. Oh, that sauce is going to be so good. All
How about
right.
paprika? Does it need any more of that?
No, I think we're good with the paprika. It's got enough color. Paprika to me is almost more for good color than anything else. Oh, good. I did a good job there.
Okay, back
All
in
right.
for another
Let's-
hour.
Let's just let it cook about maybe 30 minutes. I'll taste it again.
Okay.
See if we need to add anything. If I added enough salt. I was more concerned about the salt than anything else. And maybe I'll add in a little bit of hot sauce. It's very mild.
Okay.
What a great
All right, Mom.
recipe.
I'll
All
start.
right. Sorry, but we gotta do that.
all right.
You know,
I know the rules.
you know me, tradition
I know.
when it comes to food. Okay, I need.
Oh, this is so pretty.
Nope, he's gonna finish filming or putting it in the.
Now we're putting it in the serving
They
tray.
don't have like
Rodney
a
has
label
filmed
with the
all of
holes
this
in the bottom, like an
process.
Ecumore.
Whatever's there.
No, there's nothing like that.
There's a spoon with holes.
Well, that's not big enough.
That's one of those cameras like Reed has.
Yeah, no, you don't. It's not big enough. I'm gonna have to get you one of those. Okay, we're gonna do vegetables in here because that's what there's the most of.
You're wearing a green screen so
And
we
she
can
can't
see
have very
you.
much.
Yeah, he's afraid to get lost in the
okay.
dark.
All right, here's this one.
It's such a good headspace. It's just a crazy thing.
Oh, I kicked it.
Okay,
Oh,
so
where'd it go?
this is,
His thumb.
It's okay, Al.
Oh, okay.
I'll edit.
I
Let's
have
see
that
the
same
green one
tripod.
too. Would you, the smaller yellow one?
Let's go in this one. Meat.
Yeah, and I want to take it out of there. Don't want to put it into the vegetable.
They got a ton of tomatoes and squash.
Kathy's probably gonna have some reaction that
Can
Ken
I
had
get
the
you
first time she
a
saw
glass
it.
of wine?
Do I expect her to eat this?
Okay, and I have our yummy tea that we like so much.
I'm gonna try to
The what?
I have our yummy
For
tea
meat.
that,
Yeah, good for meat. Put it in there. Then we'll need one more
the
for the
Arnold
juice.
Palmer, if you want some of that.
thank you. I'm trying to cut out on caffeine for a little bit, for a bit.
So you don't want a monster?
Yeah. I'm,
Hopefully you're
Are
not
you
trying
not
to get out on vegetables.
No.
Because there are a lot of vegetables in here.
Not half bad as what.
yeah. Ew. It's okay, I got rid of
Hey,
Coke
sweetie
and
pie.
Diet Coke. Say hi, Grandma.
Hey, sweetie pie. You'll be quiet now, aren't you? Now you'll be quiet.
Oh, this is enough to start.
Yeah, put a little more.
I know what.
If that's how you put people think that's all.
Yeah.
Here, I got a lot here.
Hey.
And so will you.
Oh, well,
All the ones was out yet. I want to get to the bottom so I can get some.
Ah, what was I gonna get?
There's the meat.
There's that.
So you're all separate. So what kind of meat?
Lamb.
Lamb.
Slam.
I
Yeah.
don't typically like lamb. But
Need a bowl for the juice.
this is lamb?
this bowl for the juice.
Yes, sorry, ma'am. I'm trying to get some garbanzos. We got 5 cans of garbanzos. I should be able to get a few.
More juice than that. Let's see. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? I know what I want.
Just any kind of bowl.
In another cupboard.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to be
I
fancy.
have so many freaking pots and pans and go plus bowls and
Perfect.
Let me just make sure we get some artichoke parts too. It's not finding thing that disappeared also. Everything melts and then you find nothing. Okay, that should be enough to start with. You want to take it to the table?
Oh, I thought that said home is where my money is. It's where my honey
my
is.
honey is.
And
Well, that too.
I'll put something under this.
Yes.
you probably will have the same reaction Kenna had the first time she saw it. She goes, I expected to eat that.
She
Oh
did.
my gosh.
Well,
And she loves it as much as everybody.
I hadn't had it before, and
I've never had it.
I was like,
I've never had
okay,
it.
I'm not gonna be rude because we weren't even married yet.
Oh, you were?
Uh-uh. No, we were at their house and we were visiting, and I was like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Because I don't typically like lamb either. So it's like, oh,
I think it looks delicious.
it's just until you have it, it's
And she loves it.
I do. It's one of my absolute
And have
favorites.
you always, is this, how many years have you been making this recipe? Forever?
All the years I've been around.
Forever. My grandma used to make it, then my mom was making it. Then my mom got, you know, how you get a little lazy. Well, it's your turn now because I always help my
Right,
mom
right,
make
right.
it. So now you make it. So then probably since I was
Fun.
Water I have
20,
Coke, Diet Coke,
5
Coke
maybe.
Zero,
in 82,
Corona, wine,
I've been making that.
beer.
Oh my gosh, that looks delicious.
So we got leg of lamb, 7 pounds of leg of
Oh.
lamb in there.
7 pounds?
Well, there's still some in there, but
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
So we made it big. This guy likes it.
Here's what it looks like
Wonderful.
when it's on the table.
Served up.
Then we'll dish it up. Well, 5 of us ate dinner.
And we didn't even
And-
touch it.
That's what's left. I think it's gonna last a
Can I
few
put that
days.
there?
Yep.
Lasts a little while.
I don't want